Is internal or external rotation more important for helping achieve the middle split? We tend to think of the middle split as purely a frontal plane exercise, but it actually requires three-dimensional capacity at the hip. We run out of pure abduction at around 45 degrees before we hit a bony block. In order to straddle our legs out wider and achieve the goal of 90 degrees of abduction on both sides, we actually have to move into a position of horizontal abduction, where the femur is in flexion. To achieve this position with the feet planted, the pelvis needs to face toward the ground as much as we can, which requires some degree of anterior tilt. Our ability to keep the torso more upright will require more internal rotation at the femur, as the anterior tilt is coming purely from hip mechanics and not through the lumbar spine. The more we hinge forward and shoot the butt back, the more it places the femur in relative external rotation. So those with less internal rotation will naturally adopt this style of split because it feels more comfortable in the hips. So having access to internal rotation will allow our pelvis to descend vertically, while external rotation will create more space to abduct. So essentially one isn't needed more than the other. The most important aspect is accessing your greatest abduction potential and exposing your adductors to the greatest possible stretch without experiencing discomfort in the hip. Having a rotational arc of around 90 degrees will give the hip enough overall space and variability to ensure the adductor flexibility is the biggest limiting factor and not impingement at the joint. At the end of the day, having enough hip rotation, both internal and external, is important to support the overall health of your hips, but probably not worth overly obsessing about. If you want to develop your side splits, care more about your technique and respecting your individual anatomy, while building long and strong adductors that can tolerate a stretch that's deep as